Your thoughts on the two of them releasing an album? Because it feels like, again, I know, dude, we go back to Coachella 2018. Motherfucking, Ty Dolla $ign was everywhere it needed to be seen with Kanye on multiple sets. So, like, I know they have a deep-rooted relationship, right? But it still feels odd that after all the craziness of Kanye over the last 2 years, that his introduction to us is going to be a joint album.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts on that? Or reintroduction to us, sorry.
Yeah. For me personally, it's exciting because I think that randomness is intriguing. Like Ty Dolla $ign isn't like the most vocal person. Definitely not political in any way. We haven't seen him do a whole lot with Kanye, at least like overtly where Ty Dolla $ign's featured and everything. So I'm pretty intrigued. I think it's like a big question mark for me. I'm going to try to keep my expectations relatively low just because, I mean, with Drake and all these other people, I think sometimes we unfairly expect something and then it's completely different. And then we like blame the artist when they haven't really said much about the project. So I'm just kind of bracing for it. But I'm confident just because I know Ty Dolla $ign is like one of the GOATs when it comes to writing and just working with people and bringing the best out of them. So that's what I'm looking forward to for sure.
So if you had to like guess how this album's going to sound, do you have an idea of like, or an idea of what sound it's going to be?
I would say it would sound similar to that one track he did on Ty's album and Anderson .Paak. Kind of like track 6, kind of like soulful trappish. I wouldn't be surprised if it sounded similar to like Travis Scott type stuff, not the super ragey type of music, but maybe more the subtle,
like the subtle funky, like
the subtle funky influence. I don't think it's gonna be like a lovey-dovey thing by any means. I think it'll be typical Kanye. We'll probably address some things here and there, but from the times that he's worked with Kanye, I've always loved it. I think he has like a house sounding track called Ego Death. Oh, with Skrillex. Yeah, that's right. Kanye's on that. Yeah. Super fire. So I think they complement each other really well. And I think that's why I'm assuming it's going to be very good.
Yeah, I get it. To your original point, dude, I think we've both said it on this pod multiple times that Ty Dolla $ign is probably one of the most underrated artists that we both fuck with. So first of all, it's great. I think it's a good look for him, right? Like regardless, removing like whatever tension there is around Kanye, like if you remove the time we're in, to just say that Ty Dolla $ign is going to come out with a joint album with Kanye West is amazing in itself, right? Like I think you got to give Ty Dolla $ign his props that like almost like this gives him like a notch on his belt that probably his career needed to go down as like obviously not one of the GOATs, but like in a different sphere, right? Because I feel like we fuck with him and his core fucks with him, but I don't know if the masses know how good he is. So I feel like this is a very good look for Ty Dolla $ign. But as far as the content goes, bro, do you think he'll like him being Ye? You think he's gonna be addressing anything crazy, or just making his subtle jokes and like giving us just generally good feel music?
I would say the latter. There's definitely going to be a couple bars here and there addressing stuff like, I wouldn't be surprised if he mentions Adidas here and there or something like that. But I don't think he's going to have a full blown out song called like, Yadolf Hitler, like how people were joking around. Nothing crazy like that. Like, I don't think he cares that much to address it. I think he just wants to speak his mind, but in all facets of whatever he's going through, like his new girl, his kids, probably Kim and Pete Davidson or whatever. Like, I don't think if he does address the Jewish community in any way, I think it's gonna be a couple bars, like tops.